Hey everybody, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. We're constantly updating it with new content and never seen before content. So if you want to get the latest from Harvest, hit the subscribe button. There is a final day of reckoning that is coming. And for the non-believer that's not ready, they're like the foolish virgin with no oil in her lamp, or the person who plays church but doesn't have a relationship with God. They're like the goat instead of the sheep. They're going to go into everlasting fire. Now, there's some doubt that's been raised by some as to whether or not hell is eternal. But the same word that is used to describe the eternal nature of heaven is also used to describe the eternal nature of hell. We love to glory in the fact that heaven is forever. Well, hell is too. And God doesn't want us to go to this place called hell. But this is that judgment that comes upon the non-believer. But as Christians, we will face a judgment. Not a judgment as to whether or not we get into heaven. As a matter of fact, the judgment of Christians happens in heaven. It's called the judgment seat of Christ. Now maybe we should change our thinking a little bit and not think of it as much as a judgment as an award ceremony. Right? I don't know about you, maybe in school you were really great in sports and you have a lot of awards. I know this one guy, he's run so many triathlons, he has it seems like hundreds of medals. I dared him the other day to just wear 30 of them. And I said, let's go get a cup of coffee and just walk around wearing them and I'll buy your coffee. He wouldn't do it. There were so many. You know, wow, that's impressive. I never won a single medal. In fact, I had to win a medal for not winning a medal, maybe. Just the loser medal. Super loser. Every contest I've entered, I've never won. I've never won anything. And so when I competed in sports, I never got first place or second or third. I usually got honorable mention, which basically was an award given to people who existed. That's all. Just, you exist, here's a ribbon, go away. Well, listen, there's an award ceremony coming. We could maybe compare it in some ways to the Emmys or the Grammys or the Oscars, where you win an award for something. What is this award? These are awards, or to change it to biblical verbiage, rewards given for our faithful service to the Lord. Look at verse 21 of Matthew 25. Well done, good and faithful servant. This parable would seem to indicate that our position in the new earth will be relative to the faithfulness we have now to the things of God entrusted to our care. We think way too much about the here and now, and not enough about the by and by. We think of life as moment of birth, moment of death, the end. Roll credits. No. Moment of birth and then into eternity for punishment or reward. For the person who has put their faith in Christ, reward and opportunity. Yes, there's going to be more things to do after heaven. Why? Because we don't stay in heaven forever. We go to heaven, and then one day heaven comes to earth, and there's a new earth, and responsibilities are meted out, and the blessings and opportunities are directly related to how faithful we were to the Lord. So Jesus says, hey, I was in prison, you visited me. I was naked, you clothed me. I was hungry, you fed me. I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. Well, wait a second, we don't remember ever seeing you in prison or hungry. Hey, you did it to the least of these, you did it to me. Now you think of all those things you've done for God that no one ever saw. You know, that sacrifice you made, that thing that you said, that person you forgave, that opportunity that you seized, that gift that you gave. No one saw, no one stood up and applauded and said, hey, look at what they just did. In fact, some of the things that you did with the right heart were mischaracterized and you were criticized for them. Here's what you need to know. God knows. God is watching. God is paying attention. God keeps very meticulous records, and God will reward you. Jesus said, your Father who sees you in secret will reward you openly. That's what happens at the judgment seat of Jesus Christ. Rewards are given out.